Thank you for joining us at KCTV English News. I'm Angel Kim. Lawmaker Hong Chul-ho of the National Assembly has confirmed that 4 domestic airlines had planned to operate a combined total of 114 Boeing 737 MAX 8s starting April of this year through the year 2027. The MAX 8 has been in hot water since being involved in 2 deadly crashes within the past 6 months. The 4 airlines include Jeju Air with the largest number of MAX 8s at 56, Korean Air with 30, followed by E-Star Jet at 18. T-Way Air came in 4th with a plan to purchase 10 of the controversial aircraft. E-Star Jet had already purchased their MAX 8s but has decided to ground the planes due to the current safety concerns. Governor Won Hee-ryong made a visit to the National Assembly Wednesday to call for the passage of the April 3rd incident special law. The governor met with Hong Young-pyo, the floor leader of the Democratic Party of Korea, and Na Kyung-won, the leader of the Liberty Korea Party, to ask for a speedy revision to the special law. They answered that they will give it priority to resolve the issue quickly. Song Seung-moon, the head of the Victims Committee, and Yang Jo-hoon, the head of the April 3rd Peace Foundation, also accompanied the governor on the visit. In related news, a nationwide survey has revealed that 4 out of 10 Koreans are not aware of the April 3rd incident. To mark the 71st anniversary of the incident, the Jeju April 3rd National Committee surveyed about 2,000 students across the nation starting January last year. The survey showed that 23% of respondents claimed to have no knowledge about the incident, and 19% had very little knowledge. It also showed that 12% of respondents had a distorted perception of the incident. The committee added that giving seminars around the country contributed to increasing awareness and emphasized the need for continued classes. The National Assembly passed an amendment to the Public Education Normalization Law on Wednesday, allowing after-school English programs to be offered to first and second grade elementary school students. It was previously denied last year by the Legislation and Judiciary Committee. It also allows after-school programs to operate in middle schools and high schools in fishing and agricultural villages, as well as those in low-income areas. Classes will be offered every day to these schools, including holidays and school vacations. The amendment is valid through February 28th of 2025. Agricultural products from Jeju have been proven to be safe from pesticide residue and harmful heavy metals. The Jeju Research Institute of Public Health and Environment has examined 400 different varieties of produce for pesticide residue. The results have shown that all but 1 showed levels that fall below legal standards. Of the 230 that were tested for heavy metals, such as lead and cadmium, all were found to be below the acceptable level. The province has released the business plan submitted by the Greenland International Hospital. The documents clearly state that the scope of patients the hospital would serve is limited to non-Koreans. However, crucial information on investments is still missing. Mike Laidman reports.
The Greenland International Hospital was approved last year as the nation's first for-profit hospital on the condition that the scope of patients that the hospital can treat is limited to non-Koreans. The hospital filed an administrative suit against the province for the limitation. Whether or not the limitation is lawful is the major issue, with the plaintiff arguing that it is not. As demand for release of the hospital's business plan grew, the province has now made it public following a court ruling. The business plans clearly limit the scope of the patients that the hospital can treat to foreign travelers. In particular, Chinese and Japanese tourists are the major target market for the hospital, with Korean patients not included. The documents say that the hospital will only operate clinics that don't burden the national health insurance system. It will not stress the country's public medical system, as its market is limited to non-Koreans. The plan also stated that Greenland would own 100% of shares, and that Chinese and Japanese companies that have experience in the field of medical business would participate in the for-profit hospital without holding any shares themselves. However, these Chinese and Japanese companies previously owned 5.6% and 1.8% of shares, respectively, back in 2015. And notably, a Korean hospital has joined these companies. The roles the foreign companies take and the profit-sharing plans attached to them are not open to the public under corporate privacy policy.
계획서를 뒷받침해 줄 수 있는 명확한 어떤 이 증거 같은 형태가 이제 별첨 자료에 있는 건데 그런 부분들에서 별첨 자료를 공개하지 않는 것은 결국 이 사업 계획서의 이 문제점들 이런 것들을 더 명확하게 보여주는 그런 증거가 되고 있는 게 지금 현실입니다.
Civic groups are preparing to file an administrative lawsuit against the province, saying that it's unjust not to release the conclusive evidence. So while the province has made the controversial hospital's business plans open to the public, with some crucial parts still missing, suspicions are continuing to grow. Mike Laidman, KCTV.
Korean and international movies are being screened for free at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday at the Jeju Movie Culture and Arts Center in Gapdong. Brighten up your nights at the Jeju Light Art Festa, which is running through March 15th. Enjoy a unique and modern take on the works of Gustav Klimt at the new Bunker de Lumière. Taking a look at our weather, looks like there's some rain in the forecast for Friday. Expect cloudy skies and between 5 to 20 millimeters of rainfall into the afternoon. For the details, let's take a look at our forecast. The morning low in Jeju City will be 8 and the afternoon high, 14 degrees. Similar temperatures down south in Seogwipo with a low of 7 and a high of 14 degrees. The low before lunch in Seongsan will be 5 and the high for the afternoon, 14 degrees. Across the island in Kosan, a low of 8 in the morning, topping off at a high of 13 degrees. It will be chilly up on the mountain at Songpanat with a low of 1 and an afternoon high of 7 degrees. Out on the water, winds will be out of the southwest and west at a speed of 8 to 16 meters per second, and seas will be between 1 and 4 meters. And here's a look at the extended forecast. And that brings us to the end of today's newscast. Thank you for joining us, and remember that you can now find us on YouTube at KCTV E-News Jeju. See you next time.